Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to start new chapter, that is animal tissues. Chapter number 10. Nothing is omitted from this chapter in reduced syllabus. Before starting the chapter, we just need to understand what are tissues. Tissues, which is an organized group of cells similar in structure, function and origin. That means they are structurally same, they perform same function. So there are so many kinds of cells which are present in the cell, but the group of cells which perform the same kind of function, and they form from the same source, that is the origin. In a tissue, cells may be dissimilar in structure and function, but they are always similar in origin. So the word animal tissues was first coined by the Beechett. Engrew coined by the term for plant anatomy and the study of tissues, that is for the histology for the animal tissues. So histology word which was given by the Mayer and father of histology, that is Beechett. The name study of tissues is also called the microscopic anatomy, and the founder of microscopic anatomy, that is Marcello Malpighi. The cells are of two types, somatic and germ, within which the somatic cells which divides and redivides mitotically and forms body and body structure. All body is made up of somatic cells except reproductive structure, like which are made up of germ cells which are present in the gonads. They perform meiosis and forms gametes for the reproduction. Rest all the cells of the body which are not involved in the reproduction, they are somatic cells. The word somatic is derived from the Greek word, that is soma, means body. All body cells of an organism except sperm and ova are somatic cells, because sperm and ova are gametes, and they are germ cells. Various tissues combine together in an orderly manner to form large functional unit which is called organs. These organs combine together and form organ system. Cells, tissues, organs, organ systems and body. So these are the union, we can say. Histology. So before histology, the cells which unite to form tissues, tissues unite to form organs, organs which performs the functions, different functions, but for the same system, that is the organ systems, and all organ systems in a body which performs the functions of the whole body makes a individual's body. Histology, the study of structure and arrangement of tissues, is called histology. There are four types of tissues present in animal, namely epithelial, connective, muscular, and nervous tissue. Origin of epithelial tissues are ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm from all three, and which performs the function for the production, protection, secretion, absorption, etc. Connective tissues derived from mesoderm, which supports finding, storage, and binding, storage, protection, and circulation. Muscular tissue, which are origin in mesoderm in origin, and they are contraction and movement, the function they perform. Nervous tissues derived from the ectoderm, and they performs control and coordination of the body, even the conduction. Epithelial tissues. A tissue which grow upon another tissue is called epithelium. So these are actually grows on the outer side of the other tissues. Epithelial tissues form a covering or inner and outer surface of the body and organs. So characteristics like the cells of this tissue are compactly arranged with little intercellular matrix, means there are no space in between them, and they are showing the less material in it. Cells rest on non-cellular basement membrane. There is no perfect base for them. So non-cellular basement membrane. Cells are polygonal, cuboidal, columnar in shape, three shape. Single nucleus is present at the center or at the base. This tissue is avascular, that means No vascular tissues are present over there, and it shows good capacity of regeneration. For example, skin, where they must be present, and it must regenerate when we get tear and wear and tear of the skin. Function, major function is protection, but also helps in absorption, transport, filtration, and secretion. Epithelial tissues are of two types: simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Simple epithelium is made up of a single layer of cell. Compound epithelium made up of two or more layer of cells. So lowermost layer is lies on the basement membrane. Simple epithelial tissues are classified into squamous, cuboidal, columnar, ciliated, glandular, sensory, and germinal epithelium. Squamous epithelial tissues, which are shows kind of apical surface, that is a flat surface over there, nucleus at the center, and the basement membrane. Cells of this tissue are flat, thin, polygonal with the striated margin, serrated margin. Serrated, that means a zigzag margin. Cells of this tissue are fit together like tiles or of footpath, like footpath tiles, which are compactly arranged with each other and not any gap or space between them. Hence, they are called pavement epithelium because they forms the lining on the skin of a skin. Prominent spherical or oval nucleus is present at the center of the cell, found in blood vessels, alveoli, and coelom, that is a cavity. Function, they perform protection, absorption, transport, filtration, secretion. Next one is cuboidal epithelial tissue. The cells are cuboidal in shape, means cube like structure. Spherical nucleus is present at the center of the cell. It is found in lining of pancreatic duct, which is actually carries enzymes from the pancreas, salivary duct, proximal and distal convoluted tubules of nephron. So cuboidal epithelial are shows a kind of provides a firmness to these tubes. Also perform the function of absorption and secretion. That means they are related to the glands. So pancreas, maybe salivary, proximal and distal convoluted tubules in the kidney, of nephron in the kidney. So they are performs functions like a gland. Columnar epithelium. As a name, they are columnar in shape, means column in shape, vertical, pillar like. Inner ends of the cells are narrow, while free ends are broad and flat. Free surface show large number of microvilli, which are the absorptive in function. So, which are long, elongated, absorptive in function, shows a hair-like structure. Nucleus is oval and is present in the lower half of the cell. So it is found in the inner lining of the intestine, gallbladder, gastric glands, intestinal glands, especially for the secretion and for the absorption of material in the intestine. Here the diagram is given. Next one, that is ciliated epithelium. Cells of this tissue are cuboidal or columnar, but free ends of the cells are broad while narrow ends rest on the basement membrane. Free end shows the hair like cilia. Nucleus is oval, placed at the basal end of the cell. Function, they create movement of materials in contact in specific direction because they have cilia, so they can perform that function. Thus able to prevent the entry of foreign particles in the trachea. Means they are trapping the foreign material in it, in their cilia. Push the ovum through oviduct, towards the oviduct, through the oviduct. That means ovum which will carried to the oviduct by the cilia which is present in them on the fallopian tube. It is found in the inner lining of buccal cavity, nasal cavity, trachea, oviduct of vertebrates, etc. Here the cilia, which are hair-like structures at the top of the cell, which are actually performing the function of transfer material from one place to another. Glandular epithelium. The cells may be columnar, cuboidal, or pyramidal in shape. Nucleus is large and situated towards the base. Nucleus is large because the nucleus is involved in the synthesis of protein synthesis. That is maybe the enzymes or hormones. So that's why these are glandular epithelium cells are shows large nucleus. Secretory granules are present in the cytoplasm. Glands may be unicellular, that is goblet cells of intestine, or multicellular, that is salivary gland, which are depending on the number of cells. Goblet cells of intestine, which actually involved in the secretion of enzymes for digestion, and multicellular, that is the salivary gland, which secretes saliva in mouth, which contains enzymes. Depending on mode of excretion, multicellular glands can be classified as duct-bearing glands, exocrine glands, and endocrine glands. If duct is present, they are exocrine glands, and if duct is absent, that is endocrine gland, ductless gland. Exocrine glands pour their secretion at specific site. For example, salivary glands, sweat glands, they secrete their product at a site where it need to be perform some function. Endocrine glands release their secretions directly into bloodstream. For example, thyroid gland, pituitary gland, etc. Function: secrete mucus that trap the dust particles in trachea, lubricates the inner surface of respiratory tract, digestive tract, secretion of enzymes and hormones. Next one, that is sensory epithelial tissues. It is composed of modified form of columnar cells and elongated neurosensory cells. Sensory hairs are present at the free end of the cell. So this performs the function of sensation. So they are modified form of columnar cells. They are little bit elongated in the structure of neurosensory cells. They performs the function of external as well as internal stimuli. They receive stimulus. Found in nose, that is olfactory, where they accept the sensation of smell. Ear, that is the auditory hair cells, and eye, that are photoreceptors. So olfactory cells which are sensitive for smell, ear sensitive for audio means voice, noise, sound, eye photoreceptor, that is for the light. Germinal epithelial tissues divided meiotically to produce haploid gametes. Lining of the seminiferous tubules, inner lining of the ovary, these are the examples. And they actually involved in meiosis, and they performs meiosis, that is gametogenesis, spermatogenesis, and oogenesis. They forms gametes. Next part of epithelial tissue, that is compound epithelial tissue. Compound epithelium consists of many layers of cornified squamous layer cell. So these are the many layers of cells which are actually compactly arranged with each other, alternate with each other. One of the combination. Only the lowermost cell of this tissue is based on the basement membrane. Types of epithelium, that is the first one, stratified epithelium, transitional epithelium. These are the two. Next one, that is the stratified epithelium. Nucleus is present in it. In the stratum germinativum, that is a basal layer, the name. So at the basal layer, nucleus is present. Cells at free surface become flat and lack nucleus, called the stratum corneum. If nucleus is present, stratum germinatum. If nucleus is absent, stratum cornum. Function, they perform function of protection. They are present in the skin, epidermis of the skin, esophagus of cornea, esophagus, that means food pipe, cornea in the eye, vagina, and the rectum. Transitional epithelium. Structure of transitional epithelium is same like stratified epithelium. The cells can undergo change in their shape. They have ability to change their shape. and structure depending on the degree of stretch. So these are elastic or stretchable cells. Function, the distension of organ, that means organ can be stretched. For example, urinary bladder, which stores urine for a while. So urine drops are continuously coming from the kidney and which are reached to the urinary bladder. So urinary bladder is continuously get filled by the urine, and this urinary bladder stores that urine for some time, and that time it increases in size, that is the distension of organ. Next part which is related to this, that is the epithelium, which are mixed epithelium, compound epithelium. So this compound epithelium shows a kind of points where different kinds of cells or tissues attach to each other. So cell junctions, the epithelial cells are connected to each other laterally as well as to the basement membrane by junctional complexes that are called junctions. So the point of attachment, we can say. The different types of cells junctions are as follows. First one, gap junctions. Intercellular connection allows the passage of ions, small molecules between the cells as well as exchange of chemical messages between the cells. Adherence junctions were involved in the various signaling pathway and transcriptional regulations. Signaling pathways like the nervous system and the transcriptional regulations, where the coded and decoded pathways in the nervous system. Desmosomes, these provide mechanical strength to epithelial tissue, cardiac muscles, and meninges. So which provides mechanical strength, makes it strong. So to the epithelial tissues, we, for example, cardiac muscles which are present in the heart, and meninges, a covering of the brain. Hemidesmosomes allows the cells to strongly adhere to the underlying basement membrane, and these maintain tissues homeostasis for signaling. So homeostasis, that means the maintaining the temperature of the body. So allows the cells to strongly adhere to the underlying basement membrane. Tight junctions, the junctions mainly maintain cell polarity, prevent lateral diffusion of proteins and ions. This maintains cell polarity, that means they are involved in the osmosis. Connective tissue and the part we are going to study in the next video lecture. Thank you all of you.